Hello, everybody. I'm Matt.
And I'm Maggie.
And we are
Hopefully Awesome.
That's right, a positive place on the internet where we nerd out about all the geeky things we love. And of course, today's geeky thing we love, Maggie, Dragon Ball Super.
Superhero.
That's right. We went and watched it. I've never gotten to watch a Dragon Ball Z movie.
Me either.
In theaters, ever. I started watching Dragon Ball Z on Toonami during the Cell Saga. Cousin Josh, he had been watching it. And so, like, it was playing on Toonami, and he's like, oh, this is coming on, can I watch it? And I was like, yeah, sure, whatever. Like, let's check it out. Had no idea what the hell was going on, right? I think the first episode I watched was, I think it was when Cell absorbed 17. And I was just very confused about just all of that.
I bet your cousin's like, oh no!
Yeah, he was like, oh my god, this is crazy. And I was like, I don't know if anything's happening. But so I watched the rest of that. And then I guess I finished up that whole storyline. And if my memory serves, there was a pause between that storyline and when it moved into the Majin Buu stuff.
I think they hadn't dubbed the
Yes.
Buu saga yet.
Exactly.
So it started all over again. Because I remember that. I was like,
yeah.
I get to watch it all over again.
Right.
Yeah.
And I mean, obviously I skipped. I've still to this day haven't watched all of Dragon Ball Z. I've skipped pretty much all the Frieza saga, the Namek saga, all of that stuff. Like I just got back to when Trunks first arrived and sliced up Frieza. That's where I started it. And so like even going back and watching it. And so then, I watched all that, and finally they started releasing new episodes, and I was like a freshman in high school when that started happening. And I just remember being like really like falling in love with Gohan's character arc, where he had, become a high school student, and he was a lot older now. Of course, the Great Saiyaman, being a huge fan of Power Rangers, like seeing that, I was like, oh my god, this is right up my alley. And then, of course, the Majin Buu stuff. And I watched it all the way up through when Vegeta, spoiler alert, I guess, when Vegeta dies trying to kill Buu once he's Majin Vegeta. Like, he knocks out Trunks, and then he tries to do, like, whatever, and he dies, right? And then that was the last new episode they had for a while. And then we moved, and I didn't have cable. And so I never got to wrap it up until years later. I went back and watched it. So that was a bit of like my connection with Dragon Ball and Dragon Ball Z. I played Budokai for PlayStation 2, I think, and really enjoyed that. I thought the design was cool. It was one of the first like anime proper things that I watched. I'd watched Pokemon and Digimon, but that was like the most anime thing I'd seen. And it really kind of opened my eyes to like fighting things, like, I mean, sure, I'd seen like the Matrix and stuff, but like just seeing how fast and how like stylish, and like some of the tropes that I see in like that's in every anime, it was just really cool. And like then of course they brought back Super, and I checked out a few episodes of that, but it's been one of those things that I've been like tangentially aware of, but never really like getting fully back into, right? Like I keep up with it, knowing like, okay, so there's these gods, and there was a tournament, and there's like different dimensions that were fighting each other, and there was like variations of different characters and stuff. Like, I've paid attention to that kind of thing, but I've never dove all the way back in until, of course, I was watching this movie yesterday. So I'm gonna pause there. And you tell us a little bit about yours, Maggie.
Well, I think maybe, I feel like Sailor Moon was on Toonami before they got a chance. Dragon Ball was on there.
I think you're right.
So I would get home like as soon as I could off the bus and watch Sailor Moon. And then like they changed up the scheduling a few times.
They did that a lot.
Yeah. And like at one point my mom was recording the episodes of Sailor Moon because they were the new episodes they just got, and I didn't want to miss anything because it's like a big deal and stuff.
Yeah.
Like all the crap that was going on. Well, somewhere in that mix, I feel like I started watching Dragon Ball Z, and I think I'm pretty certain I didn't start it in the middle of anything. I actually started at the beginning.
Oh god.
I must have
Raditz and stuff?
Yeah.
Oh wow.
Which I'm glad I did, because I understand a lot of what all happened.
Oh,
So
yeah, totally.
I've watched it multiple times through that arc.
Wow.
Um,
I tried to go back to the DVDs and
Yeah.
watch it, and I'm just
It-
like,
it is
I'm
hard.
So bored right now.
But I remember I was like, this is on, and like Dad gets off work. He'll be here soon, so this is my last chance to watch anything I want to. This is before I had cable in my room. So, I got hooked. I loved it. Loved Goku as a dad. Little Gohan. Then you meet Piccolo. Goku's dead, and Piccolo's a stepdad, basically. And like all the other characters that are involved, Krillin, Yamcha, all of them, TM.
Yamcha!
And
The pig,
and
the cat,
the cat.
the other cat that
But
hung out with Yamcha.
yeah,
There's so many cats.
there is a lot of cats. But that little cat is more like kind of like a pet in a way.
The turtle.
And the turtle that lives with Master Roshi. Also, you found out Master Roshi's a perv half the time. Big perv. Anyways, I remember getting to Frieza, but like I made through the Namek part. Like they're still in Namek, and the planet's about to blow,
Yeah.
and like Goku becomes Super Saiyan, and I was just like, what is happening? Like he's changing, his hair's changed, his eye color. What is this?
Can
You
we
know?
pause for just a
Yes.
second? Do you know why Toriyama did that?
Why?
So he came up with the idea for Super Saiyan because this is so great. You're gonna love this. Because when he would draw it, Goku's hair was black,
Yeah.
and it would take forever to.
It took
color
yeah, I could see
So
that.
he made him Super Saiyan, so he didn't have
Had
to
to
color
color
the hair
it in.
anymore.
I think that's why the lady that made Sailor Moon, that's why Sailor Moon was blonde.
Probably. Isn't that
But
great?
yet she had darker haired characters, and I'm just like, lady, you took forever to color that. No, that makes sense now. I love
love
it. I love it. Anyways, just when that happened, I was even more hooked.
Yeah.
Like,
It was
I
really
love-
cool.
I
What a
love the
moment,
story
man.
already, but when Goku became Super Saiyan,
It was
and it's
magical.
just, and like Frieza's like,
yeah.
this wasn't supposed to happen, blah, blah, you know. And Goku pretty much saves everybody, and then it continues.
Yeah, dude.
And like
The androids.
the Trunks shows up, and like I remember my jaw was to the floor when Trunks revealed who his mom and dad was.
Yes. Oh my
And
god, what a
I
moment.
was like, when does that happen? Also, Goku has a heart condition and he's gonna die from it. Like it's
in
just
3
like-
years.
In 3 years,
I just-
and then Frieza shows up, and they somehow patched him up, and they
then-
kill him again.
In an instant,
Yes.
Trunks is just boom done.
Yeah,
I loved how much they built up the androids, and
Yes.
then it turned out that wasn't
That
the
wasn't
thing.
it.
It was Cell,
it was Cell.
and like
yeah.
just my mind being blown because
Oh,
I was legit afraid of these androids.
Oh,
Like
yeah, I
they
was
were
too.
killing people,
I
blowing up
was
cities,
too.
and I was like,
They're
these
just
are
going
they're
into the city
terrifying.
and just killing people
And then
on
it's
the
like,
street.
oh, but Cell just ate them. It's like he's
And he absorbed
even
all
worse.
their powers.
Yeah, and it was just insane. Like
Yeah.
I never experienced something like that before.
Yeah,
you know?
and how Krillin, when he swallowed 17, and Krillin's like, 18's kind of pretty looking. Maybe we should protect her, you know?
Yeah.
Like, I was like, God, Krillin, of course you would have feelings for this android that you think is pretty. But then, like I said,
Goku.
I think I watched it through again, like whenever they were working on
Yeah.
the Majin Buu stuff. And I kind of, like, at that point was like, I've
Fell
already
off the
seen
train.
this. I was like, I'll wait until the new stuff starts back up. In which, when it did, I was glued to it again.
Yeah.
And then I never really got, anytime I tried to watch one of the movies, I couldn't really get into it.
The movies were always hard because they kind of were continuity, but not really.
Yeah.
And like I would find myself I was really a stickler for wanting it to fit.
That's how
you know,
I was with
and
the
when-
Sailor Moon movies.
Yeah, and when it wouldn't, it frustrated me.
Yeah.
And so like that's why I usually
Like,
just
there's
avoided
the
them.
first Sailor Moon movie, there's something in it. I'm just like, why did you do this?
Dude.
Because this, you all added a whole other thing that doesn't even happen in the manga in this season, and yeah, you're saying that this happened. No,
That's the way I am with Digimon.
It makes
the
me
movie.
mad. The other two movies I could see fitting.
Yeah.
But the first one, no.
And when
And-
freaking
and-
Patamon Mega evolved in the last act of Digimon the movie, I was furious because I was like, no, no, we have not seen the Mega versions of Patamon and Gatomon, and you're telling me that Gatomon turns into a pink dragon, and like, no, and then they never did it again, and it just,
I'm sorry.
I understand. Sorry.
And
I digress.
and of course I watched through all the Majin Buu stuff. And then
I'm hungry.
I think this. And then when that was like over with, I think I was into sports and stuff at that point. I'm about to punch you in the belly.
I just wanted to say
I'm about to pull a
I
Viv.
just wanted to say I love Satan. I'm sorry. Because his name's Satan.
Oh no, it is. Anyways, I did when I first got Funimation. I did. I think I made it halfway through Dragon Ball.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Good on you for trying.
It was interesting. Master Roshi, ooh, he's problematic.
I'm not a fan. I'm just going to say
And-
this. I'm not a fan of Kid Goku.
Yeah,
And I'll
it's-
probably get punched in the throat for saying that. Just, I don't know.
He's a wild ride for sure. Also, probably going to get screamed at because a lot of people don't think that this is not continuity, and it's been said all kinds of things over the years. I did get into Dragon Ball GT at one point. I did find myself enjoying it at some points, and then at some points I was like, why is Goku a kid and why is Pan and Trunks together, and we're in a spaceship and we're flying around fighting the Red Ribbon Army?
And why is this bad guy's name Baby?
Yeah.
That's weird.
So
Nah,
yeah.
there's nothing wrong with liking
No.
GT. It
But-
is what it is.
Interesting thing about though in Dragon Ball, the villains, there's a woman
Mhm.
with the bad guy that wanted to destroy the world or whatever, take over. The one that the pig took the wish from.
Yeah.
There's a woman that worked with him, the blue guy.
Yeah,
She shows
with the
up.
dog.
Yeah, she shows up.
Well, they kick off GT, those three, including the blue guy.
Yeah, I know that, but like she shows up again though, doesn't she?
I don't know. I just know that
With
they
Trunks,
wish
like she meets older Trunks or something.
Oh.
Something weird.
in
like
GT,
that. No, I'm
Oh.
talking about in Dragon Ball,
the first Dragon Ball.
the first Dragon Ball.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Trunks wasn't in Dragon Ball.
I know, but like she shows up again. That woman.
I know. That's what I'm
somehow.
saying. When are you talking about in Dragon Ball Z or Dragon Ball GT? Does she show up again?
I don't know.
Okay. No,
can't
I don't know how to.
I don't think
Help
it was
you
in
with this.
GT, but it's like
I know
so
her
weird.
and the dog and the guy from the first arc of Dragon Ball.
Yeah.
They show up at the beginning of Dragon Ball GT because they use the Dragon Balls to wish Goku back into being a kid.
Yeah.
That's how all of that happens. And it's the same, and they're all way older.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's a dog, right? It kind of looks like the
think it's
dog,
a
from Duck Hunt.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Anyway,
Weird.
that's-
But that's that was her experiences with Dragon Ball.
And then of course Dragon Ball Super. You've had the Funimation app and stuff.
Yeah,
but
I didn't really get to watch it a whole lot.
Yeah.
I couldn't.
it was. One
I
of
don't know.
those-
It's hard. It's hard to jump back into something that you haven't seen in a few years.
and it's that massive,
yeah,
and you're not sure if it's going to be worth it
yeah.
because like you
And
don't want to ruin.
And apparently it is.
Apparently it is because we went and watched Superhero yesterday. And that brings us to our actual topic. of what we're
Sorry.
talking about. No. I was talking a long time too. Not that you talked a long time. Anyway, I digress. So we went and watched Dragon Ball Superhero.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm just going to say, I feel like this movie was made for people like you and me, where we've been aware of Dragon Ball.
Yeah.
And especially, we were at the height of Dragon Ball Z popularity in America with the Cell Saga and Trunks and all that. I would say that's the pinnacle of Dragon Ball Z popularity. And then, didn't really pay much attention after that. Like, we've been aware, like, we know who Beerus is and stuff, but this movie does such a good job of tying specifically back into that, right? Into Cell, the androids,
Yeah.
and, the opening. Listen, if you don't want to watch this movie, at least watch the opening 3 minutes where they recap the Red Ribbon
recap.
Army.
Yeah.
It's so the art of it is
I
so
was actually
good.
crying when they started talking about Goku fighting the Red Ribbon. Because, like I said,
Yeah.
I went back and watched
Yeah.
Dragon Ball, and I was like, no, I watched all the way through.
Did you?
Yeah, I did. Now it's hitting me.
Yeah.
I did, because I remember making it to the tournament and stuff.
Mm.
But it made me cry because I was
Yeah.
like, oh my god, they like fixed the, like it looks beautiful,
Yeah.
you know. It doesn't
It
look
looks
like
so
it
good.
back in the 80s, you know.
Yeah.
And
I'd watch a whole series set like that. Like
Well, I
in that
mean-
art style.
I mean, they've
you know?
even like went back, like Sailor Moon and Dragon Ball and Dragon Ball Z. They went back into the manga and made them into bigger books and in color now.
Oh wow.
The
that's
Dragon Ball ones are really pretty.
cool. Yeah. Might have
Yeah.
to check this out.
They're huge.
And
They're
so
like this thick.
so I guess spoilers. I guess we'll be talking spoilers about the movie.
Yeah. So if you're,
We'll say before we watch it, we'll say worth watching.
yes,
if you-
definitely,
I
It's
wouldn't
beautiful.
say if you don't like Dragon Ball, this probably won't sell you on Dragon Ball.
No,
Like I wouldn't be like, oh, this is the first
I-
thing you should watch.
no.
Like I don't think it's complicated, but I think if you've missed Super, but you know what Z was, and if you're interested at all in watching this, I don't think you're going to be lost.
Mm-mm.
And I think it does a good job of getting you to understand who the characters are and stuff. There might be some things that fly over your head, but I mean, I feel like this is
There's a few
decent entry
callbacks.
point.
There's a few callbacks that they don't show flashbacks to, and you're
Yeah.
like, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it's beautiful. And honestly, if you're
You-
I think the design of it will probably be best for
Yeah.
new viewers.
Yes. I will say that you can definitely tell what is the shining star in the anime world for toy animation because they put a lot of money into
Yeah, they
Sucker.
do. Oh my gosh.
And
It's
also
just, it
he-
looks so good.
And the creator directed, wrote, probably did most
character designs.
character
Yeah.
designs and
And you
everything.
can like the movement because it's all digital now, and I believe the character models are even 3D models.
Yeah.
So even though they look 2D, like because
Yeah.
they still retain that style,
Mm-hmm.
like you're able to kind of circle around them like you would in like a Pixar movie or something. I think they did a really good job of taking a very 2D show and turning it into a 3D thing
Yeah.
without losing what made it special.
I bet that like blows his mind.
Probably, yeah. I mean,
How
it went
he's
from
went-
paper.
How he's went from paper to
Yeah.
being shown and probably shown Jump magazine
yeah.
weekly,
Yeah,
and then they start putting it all into a book,
yeah.
and then hey, we're going to give
an
you a
animation,
show.
yeah.
You're going to do a show, and
Now it's live action. Oh wait, never
Never
mind.
mind. Never mind.
No, never mind.
we take that back.
To digital
To
and now to
digital.
CGI,
Yeah.
like full on 3D models and stuff.
I bet it's blown his mind.
It looks great.
It would mine.
Yeah.
I mean, it still does for me.
Yeah.
The things that they do now.
Oh yeah. So spoiler territory.
Yeah.
Here we go. And we're not just gonna like straight up spoil everything,
No.
but like just in case we mention spoilers. I love the new androids.
Yeah, I love them.
They're so
Gamma
good.
1, Gamma 2.
Yes, bring them back. Like
Yes.
make them main characters. I know
Yes.
obviously it'll be hard for one of them,
Yeah.
but I feel like that's an easy
Dr.
workaround.
Hito, I think he could bring them back.
I was telling Maggie on the car ride home that the first 5 to 10 minutes of this doesn't have any actual Dragon Ball characters.
No, it doesn't. It just shows what the villains are going to
Yeah.
be up to.
And like it's still entertaining.
Yeah.
So I mean,
it's funny.
the fact that they were able to not show us any of the characters, and it was, and you were able to still watch it and not be bored, right? That's a feat in and of itself.
Yeah.
And then to follow that up with a 20-minute Piccolo movie,
Oh, I know.
You know,
I love that.
and like you get Goku for maybe 10 minutes in this entire thing, which is great. Like I feel like they
Goku
nailed
and Vegeta.
Yeah, and I feel like they nailed that ability. I mean, obviously, it's always hard to kind of sideline, the two most powerful beings in the universe, right?
Yeah.
And so I think the way they handled it in this movie definitely works.
Mhm.
And I feel like the fact that they made this movie work without your main stars,
Yeah.
right, just speaks to the quality of this film
Mhm.
because it's wonderful. Like I loved it. I loved every moment of it.
I did too.
And like I said, I'm a huge Gohan fan, especially at that point in his life when he was like a teenager and even at the end of the Cell Saga. And I love seeing him now as a dad, which is very obviously very particular to me because like I was starting high school and Gohan was going to high school, and now Gohan's a dad and he has a little 3-year-old girl and I've got a little 2-year-old girl, and like when she like runs up and hugs him after she was kidnapped and stuff, like that hit me. Like I teared up watching it. I was like, I was not expecting to tear up at Dragon Ball, you know. But it's so sweet, and it's just nice to revisit these characters and they feel like the characters I remember. You know, like it doesn't feel like they've changed them to fit a modern era. It doesn't feel like they're trying to answer to like Marvel or anything, or even My Hero Academia. Like they feel like them. And even though they look better, like that is still Piccolo, and that is still the Gohan that I remember. And it's heartwarming. You know, it feels like going home. You know, and like that's not an easy thing to accomplish, and they absolutely did. I'm gushing, man. You say some stuff.
I really always liked Piccolo as a character. Always enjoyed him, even though he was meaner than crap to Gohan earlier on. But like he starts to get a little bit more, you know.
He warms up a little
bit more, and you could definitely tell that he kind of hates himself for get into the human culture. Yeah. He kind of hates himself
for loving Pan the way he does.
Like he cares about Pan. He cares about Gohan still. You know,
he carries a cell phone.
He carries a cell phone.
Apparently,
he loves certain cat plushies. He has a house.
So great.
But which I started thinking about. I think that's what some of the houses on Namek look like.
I think you're right. I'm pretty sure.
But like he still gets mad at Gohan. You know, he's not training. He's not doing this. I really like the fact that they focused on Piccolo, and the fact that Piccolo can't hold a phone. Like not like this. He holds it like this. But I mean, the phone's so tiny though. I think he is afraid that he's going to crush it. But when he FaceTimes Bulma,
oh my god!
like all you see is his eye and his nose and his mouth when he talks.
Because he's old.
Yeah,
that's
he's old.
what he would do.
And Bulma's old, and he's like, Bulma, where's Vegeta? Where's Goku? And she's like, well, they're gone. They've went somewhere. And he's like, well, you need to get them here now because there's stuff going down. And she's like, is it that bad? He's like, yeah, it's that bad. It's really bad. And like the fact that he went undercover.
Yeah.
I love that. I love that aspect
all
of it.
Every bit of it was fantastic, dude.
And the fact that I think it's Fidel. I think I sang her name wrong in the car. It's not Frodel. It's Fidel, Gohan's wife.
Yeah.
And that she calls Piccolo to pick up Pan from daycare. That's the best thing ever.
It's just great seeing Piccolo be in this time of his life.
Yes.
You know, where he's almost like grandpa.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
And like trying to get the band back together because we got to start, you know, we got to save the world. And it's, you know, it's almost like Logan or something, you know, but it's Piccolo.
I like at one point Pan says to Piccolo, she's like, well, why can't we get, well, we need Daddy and we need Grandpa.
Yeah.
And Piccolo goes, Grandpa, oh, you mean Goku. I really like that. And then when they all get at the Red Ribbon Army place, and Goten and Trunks show up.
Yes, I love that.
I did not expect that because when Goten does show up, because I was like, well, Trunks is going to be, you know, grown up because it showed him as a baby. I was like, oh my God, Goku's got another kid. This is so awesome. And his name's Goten, and he's goofy like his dad.
Yeah, he's just Goku.
Yeah,
again.
he is.
He is
because
the hair's
Gohan.
Flipped, that's it.
Gohan took more after his mom.
Yeah,
because Chi-Chi was very disciplined. He is disciplined, but he can still be goofy.
Yeah,
but Goten is straight up Goku.
Yes, he's just Goku.
He's a duplicate. They just copy and pasted him, and I love the fact that Bulma said to Goten at the end, she said, don't you dare tell Chi-Chi where we've been. Don't you dare tell her we've been fighting. You know what she'll do.
Best we forget about what happened today. I love that they did the fusion dance. I wasn't expecting that. And I definitely wasn't expecting it to be the fat Gotenks
I was so
or
mad.
whatever.
And they're not going to give us, unless it does happen in Super, unless they do show them
Well, I mean,
Like
they
that.
do comment on the fact that they've hit a growth spurt in this movie.
Yeah.
So I think up until this movie, they were still
Yeah, because
the
isn't
kid
it-
versions.
Yeah, because isn't at the beginning of Super, he's still
Yeah,
Goten's
I mean,
still
it's
small.
yeah, it's literally the same.
Yeah.
Like the way where Dragon Ball Z ends.
Yeah.
It's like I think a year after
Yeah.
that or
And
something.
Gohan's like, yeah, when we hit a certain age, we just
Hit
get
a
really
growth spurt.
big.
Yeah, that's. I love how that's how it describes it. Like, it's not the fact that Toriyama just wanted to draw the
No.
characters better. No,
No,
because
no.
that's exactly what happened with Gohan and Goku.
Yeah.
because he's literally baby Goku, and then he's a fully adult Goku, and it's
Yes.
been like 3 weeks.
Yeah.
But no, I love that they did that. I love that they did the fusion dance, that we actually got that. I love that we got the Dragon Wish.
Yes.
That's a
We
very
did not
rare
expect
occurrence.
Shenron
and,
to
like,
show up.
yeah.
That was so cool to see on
And the
big
way
screen.
he was handled in it was so great. He was almost comical.
Because
you know?
Shenron's like, well, hello, Piccolo. Like, the fact that Shenron knows.
Yeah, he's
who
like,
they
oh,
are.
it's Piccolo. It was just, this was almost like what I was saying about Fortnite. This has just so much love
Yeah.
in this, you
Well,
know,
I
like you
mean-
just feel the joy that they had while making this movie,
I-
you know?
I don't think Toriyama's really, it's his baby.
Yeah.
It's kind of like guy with Smash Bros.
Oh, yeah. Oh my God. Sakurai.
Sakurai.
Yeah.
It's their babies, and they're
Yeah.
gonna take good care of their babies.
Yeah.
Nobody's gonna mess with the babies, you
Yeah.
know. And like, if this is the final Dragon Ball movie we get, he's gonna make sure it's the best.
I want to say, I could be totally wrong about this, but I feel like I watched something where, like, GT happened because he didn't want to do it anymore. And,
Yeah.
like, so he,
Oh, I think
he like,
he'd
helped.
been doing so much.
Yeah, and like he had to help like design the characters and stuff for GT, but he really was hands off with it. And I think that kind of what's happened is he was burned out,
Mm-hmm.
and then now it's almost like he's found. It's almost like George Lucas when he accepted that Star Wars was just basically going to be what his legacy is, and that's okay.
Yeah.
You know, that it's okay that is, and embraced the love of Star Wars, right? And I feel like Toriyama has reached that point where now he's not fighting against, like, I don't want to be known as the Dragon Ball guy or whatever, but
No,
like,
he's embracing. it.
yeah, and like he's become in a way a fan of his
Own
stuff,
work.
yeah, in the way that we are, you know,
Yeah.
like the reason that works so well is because it's stuff that we want to see, and he gets that. you
Yeah.
know? It's like Ewan McGregor with Obi-Wan.
Yeah.
You know, like they've accepted there are worse things in life
Yeah.
to be
Oh,
known
yeah.
for, and this is worth
Yeah.
being known for.
Totally.
I thought it was great.
I did
It
too.
makes me want to watch Dragon Ball Super for sure.
Oh, I want to watch it.
And I will
I'm
say
down.
the only other thing I really want to say is the fact that at the end post-credit scene that Vegeta beats Goku and Goku winks at the camera. I was like, yeah, there's no way.
Yeah,
There's
Toriyama's
no
not
way.
gonna let that happen.
No, they're not gonna in this
No.
movie in these last seconds say that Vegeta finally beat Goku. It's not happening.
Yeah.
It's not gonna happen.
Also, pissed off Gohan as a dad is a whole other
It was
level.
great. It was so good.
It
And
was a
that,
whole
like,
other. Isn't that the fact the poor old house is probably broke off now?
dude, and like the way that he powered up, mimicking when the android 15 was killed off, and like remember the bird and like Cell like stomps on his head or whatever,
Yeah.
and like everything goes red behind him,
Yeah.
because he just loses his shit.
Yeah.
Like that's what happened in this, you know, and just revisiting. I don't know, it's wonderful. Loved it.
But let us know what you think.
And if you'd like more conversations like this, be sure and check out the Hopefully Awesome Show that posts every Monday right here on YouTube and podcast services. Thanks for watching, everybody, and as always,
Have a hopefully awesome day.
bye.